We can also use trig ratios within our special right triangles that we learned in the last lesson. So use a special right triangle to express the tangent of 30 degrees as a fraction and as a decimal to the nearest hundredth. We're going to start with the fraction, as that might be the hardest part. So off to our right, we have our 30, 60, 90 triangle. And remember, we did call this x, x squared of 3, and 2x. But for this purpose, instead of calling it x down here, I'm going to call this side length 1. If this side length is 1, 1 times the square root of 3 is just the square root of 3. And then 1 times 2 is just 2. Okay, so let's use those side lengths instead. So if I want to express and use tangent of 30, I'm going to find the 30-degree angle. Remember, tangent is opposite over adjacent. So we can say that the tangent of 30 is the same thing as 1 over the square root of 3. And we also learned that we don't like square roots in the denominator, so we're going to rationalize the denominator, get that square root out of there. So we'll take it times the square root of 3 over 3, which is 1, which then gets us the square root of 3 over 3. This is your fraction answer. In terms of your decimal answer, you can either punch in one of really 3 things, and you should get the same answer. You can type in just tangent of 30, 1 divided by square root of 3, or square root of 3 over 3. For this purpose, I'm just going to go get used to the tangent button. So I'm going to go tangent of 30 to the nearest hundredth is 0.58. So there's your answer as a fraction and as a decimal. Down at the bottom, they do one that uses your 45, 45, 90 degree triangle. So 45, 90. Remember, your legs were congruent, so I'm just going to call those 1. And then to go from a leg to the hypotenuse, we multiply by the square root of 2. So your side length is, or your hypotenuse is just square root of 2. In terms of cosine of 45, we know cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse. So we would say that cosine of 45 is the same thing as, if I focus on this 45 right here, adjacent would be this 1. Your hypotenuse would be square root of 2. And then again, rationalize your denominator. We get us times the square root of 2 over the square root of 2. And as a fraction, it comes out to square root of 2 over 2. And again, you can plug in cosine of 45 to get your decimal answer as well. I just want to show you how to get the fraction for now.